Hey, all you viewers to be named later, how we doing today? Well, this may be one of the most controversial videos I've ever done on my channel. And I'm putting it out there kind of as a life vlog, alright? You're gonna notice the title, Change My Mind. The events of the last 72 hours have really made me realize, number one, we need better mental health facilities in this country. We need to eliminate that stigma of you're a failure because you asked for help. And number two, I really truly hate the blue checkmark crowd anytime there's a tragedy on social media. Because instantly Hollyweird runs out and goes, you need to listen to me. If you don't listen to me, you deserve to die. You are a... Check off all the little things you want to call people to make them enraged. I get up this morning, I turn on my TV, and various news agencies are reporting that very credible evidence led the cops to search another vehicle, and they found a long gun, maps, and everything else to enact another tragic event like just unfolded in Uvalde, Texas. And I hope I'm saying that name right. Okay, I know I'm probably mispronouncing it. The biggest reason I'm saying change my mind. Everybody wants to blame the long gun. Everybody wants to blame the NRA for what just happened. I don't. I put the blame squarely at the feet of the terrorist piece of crap who did what he did. But here's where I want you to change my mind. And I'm going to present my thing, and I want you to present your counter-argument to me, okay? This is kind of important because I have been talking with friends from all ends of the spectrum, and that's what led me to this video. We don't learn and we don't change unless we open ourselves to new ideas, okay? This kid, from all reports, they had to do some searching to find people who knew this kid in that town. And from what I understand, it's a small town in Texas. So that really speaks volumes to what I'm about to say here. He was an outcast, he was a loner, he was bullied. I don't care if he was a cross-dresser. I've heard reports of that. I haven't seen them verified. I've heard reports he liked to wear eyeliner. Okay, he's goth. They wear eyeliner. Alright? I don't care. But here's what gets me. Everybody's hyping on the fact he's 18 and he bought 2 long guns and X amount of rounds. Who cares? He is legal. He passed the background checks. He had the money, which makes me go, where does an 18-year-old get that kind of cash? But that's something for law enforcement to look into and go, how did he get that cash? And this is what I present to people. And this is where I want you to change my mind. We have so many laws in place that he violated to do the acts that he did. Alright? What law would have prevented him from doing this? And don't sit there and go, oh, outlawing this and outlawing that, outlawing here. No. There is no such thing as an assault weapon. Assault is a verb. That firearm is harmless until you lock and load it and depress that trigger. Period. I am a strong supporter of, if you want to carry a legally obtained firearm, you pass your background checks, you pass your qualifications. Is anybody surprised my camera cut off? Like I was saying, if you pass everything and you want to legally carry, do it. Alright? I carry. The reason I carry is there's so many insane people out there. In a crisis situation, seconds matter. Am I walking around and going, oh, he looked at me wrong, I want to put 2 in the chest, 1 in the head? No. It's for self-defense. I love how people keep going, overturn the Second Amendment. It's outdated. It's not this. It's not this. The Founding Fathers couldn't have seen that. Well, you're right. The Founding Fathers did not foresee everything that could have happened way back when we were just a baby little nation. If we start picking at certain things, we have to pick at everything. And what's going to be next? Could the Founding Fathers have foreseen the internet? When they wrote freedom of speech, remember, when you wrote a letter, you had to put it on a boat, the boat had to sail, hopefully the boat didn't sink, and the boat had to get to its destination, and then someone had to go find that person. Could the Founding Fathers have foreseen the internet? Seriously, they probably would have been blown away by the simple fact they could have taken the Declaration of Independence, went, copy, send to, and there you go. I'm tired of hearing things about no one should have a military-style weapon. 22, itty bitty little round. Okay, at one point it was a deadly weapon. This could be a deadly round. It could create carnage. It could create conflict. Now it's a laughing stock compared to some of the rounds that are out there. Now, granted, you put a 22 to your ear, you pull the trigger, you're done. Let me dispel one more little myth. The president said no one can legally own a cannon. Yes, you can. There's YouTubers out there right now who legally own a cannon. Go look at Brendan Herrera, that AK guy. He did a whole video about it. You cannot legislate evil out of a person's heart. You can't do it. We are not in a Tom Cruise movie, Minority Report. We're just not. You don't have a bunch of psychers sitting around going, he's thinking of killing his wife, go arrest him. And this is what gets me. So this person in Uvalde, no parents. They're not in his life. I've heard various reports about the parents. I don't know how to confirm them at this point. And I'll be honest, I do not trust our media from various outlets 100%. I just don't. They all put their own spin on things. I long for the days when you used to have Walter Cronkite up there who presented it to you and let you make up your mind. Period. Not, this is how you should feel about this. And if you flip to another network, they're going to put this spin on it. No. This person lived with his grandmother. He shot his grandmother. Who does that? Who does that? My grandmother was a saint. She seriously helped raise me, and she didn't have to, but she did. My heart is devastated by what's going on in this country. There are too many children who go to school and live in fear. My daughter came home yesterday and told me in their morning meeting, which I didn't know that, grade schoolers have to have morning meetings. They discussed what happened in Texas, which I thought, okay, number one, that scared me because I live in Washington State. It's a very, very liberal state. And I'm like, what are you telling my children? But I like the fact they were asking kids if they were afraid to come to school and trying to alleviate their fears and trying to do good things. And how they told children, well, you live in one of the most, you go to school in one of the most secure schools in the nation, which to me, I just giggled and went, no. But still. I hate seeing all this stuff on blue check marks going, well, in the United Kingdom, we have this. You also have better health care than we do here, and you also have better access to mental health than we do here. By the way, United Kingdom, you have more security cameras per capita than anywhere else in the world because of the terror that you guys have lived under forever. You have CCTVs going everywhere, don't you? And you're beating each other to death with hammers. Oh yeah, by the way, how are your pocket knife laws? People are going to jail for carrying a simple pocket knife. Because, oh my lord, it locks. It's over a certain inch. You don't have a good reason to be carrying that. Go check out Twitter. Go check out British knife laws. You've seen pictures everywhere. Australia. What happened in Christchurch? You have better access to mental health care. You have better fundamental stuff than we do here. Alright? A lot of stuff that's happening is being tied together by a whole bunch of things. You keep hearing things about loners, outcasts, kids being bullied. You hear about mental health crises. So we need to have a hardcore look at that change. The NRA filed for bankruptcy last year, if I'm not mistaken. So, how is the NRA buying politicians left and right? That's what I want to know. The NRA had nothing to do with this shooting. Nothing. They did not tell this kid, go buy yourself a firearm. Go do this, go do that, go do this. But this is where I want you to change my mind. Give me your comments down below. And I'm very, very serious about this. Give me these comments. Be respectful. If you're going to be rude, crude, and everything else, I'm going to remove your comment. Because I want to create a discussion about this. See if you can change my mind. I am all for it. If you want to legally obtain a firearm, go get it. But before you start railing about gun control and everything else, I want you to look at Chicago. They call it Chirac for a reason. What was it? 32 people died last weekend in Chicago and no one even blinked an eye. They went, light weekend. How about that little girl who was gunned down in her bedroom because gang retaliation on the house? They lit the house up. You don't see it in the news. They don't talk about it anymore. I will never say that shooter's name. If he ever has a manifesto, I will never link anything to it or talk about it. I want him to whisk away into the winds of time like the piece of crap that he is. Because no rational, good person does that. But here's, like I said, leave it down below. Change my mind. What could have prevented that? And don't say gun control, sensible gun laws. We have that. He broke at least 10 laws in his little thing. Once you set out to kill something or someone, nothing can stop you if you're willing to trade your life. God bless that. I think it's Vortak agent from Customs Border Patrol. God bless you, sir, for ending that shooter. And I agree with Greg Abbott. It could have been a lot worse if that guy had got in there, the stack went in, and they eliminated the threat. That's what they're there to do. God bless our first responders because you do amazing work every single night for people who don't give a crap about you and actually want to complain about you and hate you and will spit at you and have spite about you. But yet they go to sleep every night knowing you're there, ready to stand in the face of the wolf. So please leave a comment down below. What law could you put on the books that would have prevented that? I know a lot of you are going to go, outlaw assault weapons. Okay, he would have used a pistol. You can blow up your house with stuff you find in your kitchen and your microwave. So, okay. Next, I want to know. I want to create a discussion. Because it can't be that I like firearms, you don't, we can never talk and ever interact, and we have to hate each other. That's not what this country was founded on. It was founded on great discourse and great conversation and back and forth of ideas. When Clinton was in office and Newt Gingrich was Speaker of the House, they hated each other. They had fiery arguments. But at the end of the day, Newt went up to 1,600 pens, sat down with Billy Bob, had a beer, and they talked like people. So let's see if we can do that with this. Like I said, I know it's going to be my most controversial, and I know people are going to hate me for doing this. They're going to be like, you shouldn't do that, you shouldn't talk about it. It needs to be talked about. What could have prevented this? He broke at least 10 laws. At least 10. Biggest one that gets me is he posted on social media what he was going to do 30 minutes before he shot his grandma. So screw that snitches get stitches crap. If I see a posting, and I told my son this earlier, if I see a posting that the monkey's going to go out and do one of these violent acts, I told him point blank, the cops better get to him before I do, because I will end him myself. If the cops have to shoot my son because he's being that kind of a moron, I'm going to tell these guys, job well done, and buy him around. I know it's going to be harsh, and some of you are going to come at me for that. I don't care. Once you go out to commit these acts, you are not Mrs. Whoever's baby boy anymore. You are now a vile, evil person. But still, leave me a comment down below. Change my mind. I want you to. I want you to give me good discourse. I want you to give me something to go check out and look up. I want you to challenge me. I do. Please. And let's keep it civil down there. I mean, seriously, let's keep it civil. That's all I can ask. I want to thank you all for watching this. I know it's going to catch some heat, but still, I think things like this need to be talked about. It really does. So, thanks for watching. You guys know the little YouTubey things on the side. I hope all of you are having a great day, a safe day, and I'll see all of you in my very next video.